Hello, and a very warm welcome to our peaceful corner of the internet. Thank you so much for carving out a little time to sit with us today.
Yes, a very warm, genuine welcome back to absolutely everyone listening. We know your days are incredibly busy and your mind is probably full of a million different tasks. So we are truly grateful you decided to slow down, take a deep breath, and practice your English with us right now.
I am Emma.
And I am Henry. This is your safe, comfortable, and completely stress-free space to improve your English through real, honest conversations about daily life.
Before we begin our main topic today, Henry, I have to ask you something. You seem to have a wonderful, bright, and very calm energy about you today. What is your secret? Did you discover a magical cup of coffee this morning?
No magical coffee today, Emma, unfortunately. Actually, my secret is very simple. I decided to change my physical environment for just 20 minutes this morning, and it changed everything.
Oh, that sounds very interesting. What exactly did you do?
Well, normally I wake up, I pick up my phone immediately from the bedside table, and I start reading the global news while I eat my breakfast. And honestly, it usually makes me feel stressed and worried before I even put on my shoes to leave the house.
Yes, the news can be incredibly heavy first thing in the morning.
It really is. So today, I decided to do something different. I left my phone in the bedroom, I took my breakfast and my coffee out to my small balcony, and I just sat there. I did not look at a screen. I just watched the birds flying around the trees, and I watched the clouds moving.
That sounds incredibly peaceful. No screens, no bad news, no notifications ringing, just nature and quiet time.
Exactly. It was a tiny change. It was literally just 20 minutes of my morning, but it completely shifted my emotional mood for the entire day. I feel like I have a fresh start. My mind feels quiet. How about you, Emma? How did your day begin today?
Well, my morning was the exact opposite of peaceful, unfortunately. I had one of those terrible, chaotic mornings. I spilled a large cup of dark coffee directly onto my favorite white shirt just 5 minutes before I had to leave the house for an important meeting.
Oh no, that is the absolute worst feeling. The classic stressful coffee stain emergency.
It really is. I wanted to cry. I had to run back upstairs, change my entire outfit completely, and I felt so incredibly frustrated. My heart was beating so fast. But while I was driving my car to work, I took a very deep breath, looked in the mirror, and told myself, Emma, this is just a bad 5 minutes. It is not a bad life.
That is a wonderful, healthy mindset to have. A bad 5 minutes does not equal a bad life. It's just a tiny bump in the road.
Exactly. And you know, Henry, that small mental shift actually connects perfectly to our main topic today. Today, we are going to talk about how to change your life, but how to do it without making yourself feel overwhelmed, exhausted, or stressed.
This is such a massive, important conversation to have. If you look on social media or read modern self-help books, everyone is always shouting about transforming your life completely overnight.
Yes, they really are. They look at the camera and tell you that if you want to be happy and successful, you need to quit your job today, move to a completely new country, wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to take a freezing cold ice bath, and completely reinvent your entire personality.
We like to call that the 180-degree turn. It's the dramatic idea that you have to turn your entire life completely upside down to see any real progress. But let's be honest. For a normal person with real responsibilities, a family to take care of, and a busy work schedule, a 180-degree turn is completely paralyzing.
It is. It's so terrifying and so exhausting that most people just freeze. They look at all the massive changes they think they need to make, and they say to themselves, I cannot change everything today, it's impossible, so I'll just change nothing. And they stay stuck in the exact same routine for years.
But Emma and I want to share a beautiful, completely different perspective with you today. You absolutely do not need a massive earthquake to change the landscape of your life. You don't need to destroy everything to build something new. You just need the 1-degree shift.
The 1-degree shift. I absolutely love this concept. It is so comforting. Can you explain how it works to our listeners?
Of course.
I want you to imagine that you are the professional pilot of a massive, heavy commercial airplane. You are flying high above the dark ocean, traveling all the way from New York to London.
Okay, I have the picture in my mind. The airplane is flying high over the water.
Now, if the pilot turns the steering wheel just 1 single degree to the left, the passengers sitting in the back will not even feel it. The coffee in their cups will not move. It is an invisible, tiny, completely painless change. But because the airplane is traveling a very long distance over many hours, that 1 tiny degree will completely change the final destination.
Wow. So instead of landing safely in London, that tiny 1-degree change might cause the airplane to end up in a completely different country, hundreds of miles away.
Exactly. A tiny, microscopic change, repeated over a long period of time and distance, creates a massive difference in the final destination. You do not need to turn the airplane completely around in the sky. You just need to shift your direction by 1 single degree.
That metaphor removes so much heavy pressure from my shoulders. Applying that to our daily lives means we do not need to completely change who we are overnight to be successful.
Exactly. If your big dream is to speak fluent English, you do not need to buy 5 grammar books and study for 4 hours a day until your brain hurts and you are exhausted. That is the 180-degree turn, and it will eventually make you crash.
Instead, your 1-degree shift is just listening to a 15-minute podcast like this one while you are washing the dirty dishes in the kitchen or walking to the bus stop. It feels like almost nothing, but in 1 year, your English fluency will arrive at a completely different, beautiful destination.
So how do we practically apply this to our busy lives? What is our first tip for making a successful 1-degree shift?
Our very first practical tip is to practice something called the 2-minute rule.
The 2-minute rule. That sounds very fast and very easy. How does it work?
The rule is simple. Whenever you want to start a brand new, healthy habit, you must make it so incredibly easy that it only takes 2 minutes to complete.
Only 2 minutes? But Emma, how can you possibly change your life by doing something for only 2 minutes?
Let me give you a real example. Let us say you want to start reading more books, but you always feel too tired at night and you just watch television instead. Your new habit is not, I will read 1 entire chapter every single night. Your new habit is simply, I will read 1 single page before I turn off the lamp.
Ah, I see. Anyone can read 1 single page. It takes almost 0 mental effort. You cannot say you are too busy for 1 page.
Exactly. The goal of the 2-minute rule is not to finish the entire book immediately. The goal is just to train your brain to become the type of person who opens a book every night. Once you start reading that 1 page, you often find that you naturally want to read a 2nd page or a 3rd. The absolute hardest part of any new habit is simply starting.
That is incredibly smart. You are completely removing the mental friction. If you want to exercise more, your 2-minute rule is just putting on your running shoes and tying the laces. You don't even have to run outside. You just have to put the shoes on.
Yes, it builds incredible positive momentum. Once the running shoes are on your feet, your brain looks around and says, well, I'm already wearing the shoes. I might as well go for a short 10-minute walk.
And that naturally leads us to our 2nd tip for changing your life gently. You have to carefully curate your mental diet.
Curating your mental diet. We talk a lot in our society about the physical food we put into our bodies, but we very rarely talk about what we feed our minds.
Exactly. Your mental diet consists of absolutely everything you consume with your eyes and ears every single day. It's the television shows you watch, the dramatic news articles you read, the social media accounts you follow, and the conversations you have with the people around you.
If you eat terrible junk food every day, your physical body will feel terrible, heavy, and tired. If you consume negative, stressful, or angry information on the internet every day, your mind will feel exactly the same way. It will become heavy and anxious.
This was exactly my 1-degree shift this morning on the balcony. I stopped consuming the loud, stressful news on my phone, and I consumed the peaceful sound of the birds instead.
If you want to change your life, you must look closely at your mental environment. Are the people around you encouraging your big dreams, or are they constantly complaining about life? Are the videos you watch helping you grow, or are they just making you feel like you are not good enough?
We want to remind you that you have total permission to unfollow negative accounts on the internet. You have permission to politely walk away from toxic, complaining conversations at work. Changing your mental environment is one of the most powerful things you can do for your personal growth.
Which brings us to our third and final tip for today. This is perhaps the most important one, especially for language learners. You must learn to celebrate the invisible roots.
The invisible roots, like the roots of a tree growing deep underground. I love nature metaphors.
Yes, I want you to imagine that you plant a small, beautiful seed in a brown pot of dirt on your windowsill. You water the dirt on Monday, you water it on Tuesday, you water it on Wednesday, and you look at the dirt and absolutely nothing has happened. It looks exactly the same.
It just looks like a pot of empty, wet dirt. Most people will get frustrated, think they failed, and throw the pot in the trash by Thursday.
Exactly, because our modern society has trained us to expect instant gratification. We want to press a button and see the beautiful flower immediately. But what we do not realize is that beneath the surface, in the total dark, the seed is doing massive amounts of difficult work. It is growing a deep, complex root system.
The real progress is happening. It is just invisible to the human eye right now.
And human beings are exactly the same. When you start learning English, or you start a brand new career, or you try to improve your physical health, you will have weeks or even entire months where you feel like absolutely nothing is changing. You feel completely stagnant.
You study vocabulary every single day, but when you try to watch an English movie on the weekend, you still do not understand what the actors are saying. You feel like that empty pot of dirt. You feel like a failure.
During that quiet, frustrating phase, you must remember that you are building your invisible roots. Your brain is making thousands of new neurological connections. You are getting stronger. Your foundation is getting deeper, even if you cannot see the beautiful flower yet.
You absolutely must trust the process. Do not quit before the flower breaks through the surface of the soil.
Exactly. So to quickly summarize our gentle guide to changing your life today, remember the pilot's 1-degree shift. Use the 2-minute rule to start your habits small. Curate a healthy, positive mental diet. And always, always trust that your invisible roots are growing beneath the surface.
You do not need a massive earthquake to change your life. You just need consistency and a little bit of kindness and patience with yourself.
You are doing wonderfully just by showing up to listen and learn with us today. Now, before we finish our time together, let us slow down our pace even more and take our calm word tour.
This truly is my favorite part of the entire episode. This is the moment where we review some of the beautiful, useful, and slightly advanced vocabulary we used in today's chat. Just relax your shoulders, take a deep, slow breath, and let the English meaning settle deeply into your memory.
Our first phrase today is a 1-degree shift.
A 1-degree shift. A degree is a tiny unit of measurement for angles or direction. So, a 1-degree shift is a very small, almost invisible change in your daily habits or your life's direction, which eventually leads to a massively different result over a long period of time.
For example, you could say, waking up just 10 minutes earlier was the 1-degree shift that completely improved my morning routine. Or, do not try to change everything at work. Just focus on a 1-degree shift today. 1-degree shift.
Our next word is overwhelming.
Overwhelming. This is a very common, very strong adjective in English. If a situation is overwhelming, it means it is so incredibly large, so complicated, or emotionally so heavy that you feel you cannot handle it or deal with it. It makes you want to freeze and do nothing.
For instance, the huge amount of new vocabulary in the advanced textbook was completely overwhelming for the young students. Or she felt overwhelming joy and cried when she saw her family again after 3 years. Overwhelming.
Our third important concept is momentum.
Momentum. In physical science, momentum is the strong force that keeps an object moving forward after it has started. Metaphorically, momentum is the wonderful feeling that a process, a project, or a habit is getting easier and faster because you have already been doing it for a while.
For example, the first week at the gym was really hard, but now I have momentum and I actually enjoy going. Or, reading just one single page every night helped him build the momentum to finish the entire big book. Momentum.
Next, we use the great phrase, mental diet.
Mental diet. We all know about diets for food and weight loss, but a mental diet refers to the type of information, news, social media, and daily conversations that you consume with your brain every day. A healthy mental diet makes you feel positive. A bad mental diet makes you feel anxious and sad.
For instance, watching 3 hours of negative, scary news before bed is a terrible mental diet. Or, I decided to greatly improve my mental diet by listening to educational, calming podcasts during my morning commute. Mental diet.
We also talked about the adjective stagnant.
Stagnant. This is a very descriptive visual word. Stagnant originally describes a dark pool of water that does not move or flow, so it becomes dirty and smells bad. Metaphorically, feeling stagnant means you feel like you are not growing, not changing, or not making any progress in your life or your skills.
For example, after 5 long years in the exact same job without a promotion or a raise, he felt completely stagnant. Or, if you do not practice your English speaking, your language skills will become stagnant. Stagnant.
And finally, we use the phrase instant gratification.
Instant gratification. Gratification is the nice feeling of pleasure or satisfaction. Instant gratification is the very modern desire to experience pleasure or see perfect results immediately, right now, without having to wait or do the hard, boring work.
For instance, scrolling through short social media videos for hours is the very common form of instant gratification. Or, learning a complex language requires deep patience because there is absolutely no instant gratification. It takes time. Instant gratification.
Wonderful. That concludes our Calm Word Tour for today. Please remember, you absolutely do not need to memorize all of these complex expressions perfectly right now.
Just choose one single word or phrase that connected with your heart or your personal goals today, and try to use it in your mind or write it in a notebook this week. This is exactly like sending your English to a very small, very friendly gym.
Yes, a cozy little English gym where we're all training and growing together. And speaking of training, we would absolutely love to hear from you. We have a very small, friendly challenge for you today.
Yes, we want you to go down to the comments section and tell us about your personal 1-degree shift.
Tell us one tiny, simple 2-minute change you're going to make this week to slightly improve your life or your English. You can write, "My 1-degree shift is listening to a podcast while I cook dinner." Or, "My 1-degree shift is putting my phone in another room at night so I can sleep."
Write it in the comments in English. It absolutely does not have to be perfect grammar. We genuinely read every single one of your comments, and we love seeing your brave progress.
You do not need to be perfect to be a great, effective communicator. Your honest daily life is the absolute perfect material for learning English.
Thank you so much for sharing your precious, valuable time with us today. If you found comfort, value, or a little bit of inspiration in this episode, please take a second to like and subscribe. It truly helps our quiet community grow and reach other learners around the world.
Take a deep, relaxing breath, trust that your beautiful, invisible roots are growing, and remember that very small steps will eventually change your destination. I'm Emma.
And I'm Henry. Take very good care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.